Guys, how you all doing? I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. It's the recap of the major issues that trended during the week. And this is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. My name is Biblas Chidi. And I have Peter Nosike in the studio who will be analyzing the issues that trended during the week. As you all know, Peter Nosike is a Nebu political analyst. Good evening, Peter Nosike, and welcome to the show.
Good evening, Bibnas.
All right, on the recap of the major issues that trended during the week, I have some of the major issues and I will be reading them out. And after which, Peter Nosike will do the needful. He will be taking them one after the other, analyzing them as they should be. All right, the first on the list is coming from Asari Dokubo, ex militant leader. Asari Dokubo raises private army for President Tinubu. In a video that went viral on Monday, Asari Dokubo was seen addressing some youths on parade that they were working for the president. Almost everybody saw that viral video. So along the line, I will be opening up the phone line so you can contribute, make your comments, and remember to be civil in your comments. No hate speech, no insults. All right, the second on the list is coming from Obidati Group. Tinubu plotting Obi's disqualification from possible presidential rerun election. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Labour Party presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, the Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council has accused the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of Toby ahead of the possible rerun of the election. And according to a statement signed by the head media, Obidati Campaign Council, Dira Onifade, said the All Progressive Congress has become desperate and lined up measures to undermine his public image. The Obidati Media Office has noted how a worried ruling All Progressive Congress and its presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu are even wishing and pleading AAC. Omoyele Showore has accused President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration of unleashing social and economic terror on Nigerians. In a post on his verified Twitter handle on Monday, Showore expressed his concern about the rising cost of living in the country. According to him, tuition fees in some schools have increased by 500%, electricity charges are skyrocketing, fuel costs have quadrupled, and food prices have become unaffordable for many Nigerians. In fact, he lamented that the impact of this rising cost on the citizens is just becoming too much. All right, the third one I have here is the viral video of the debate in the Nigerian Senate, whether the poor should be allowed to breathe on the Senate, whether the poor should be allowed to breathe or not. And considering the current situation of Nigerians' difficult situation, the question is, should the Senate be making a joke of what the masses are going on? All right, this is also among what we'll be discussing today. Then the fifth one is no more sit at home. This is coming from Enugu residents. They were protesting on Monday, July 24, against the continuous enforcement of the illegal sit at home order by a faction of the indigenous people of Biafra. We also saw a video that went viral where many residents of the state were seen protesting against the illegal sit at home order. In the video, the residents in the state could be seen holding placards with various inscriptions while protesting that they no longer meet up with higher purchase because of sit-at-home. Push for petrol price hike amid the regulation. Less than 2 months after the price of petrol was hiked from 189 naira per liter to 500 naira. Their demand was granted when some filling stations operated by Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited reviewed their pump price of petroleum from 537 naira per liter to 617 naira per liter across the country on Tuesday. All right. Now, another one is the NLC's planned strike to rescue Nigerians, coming from Ajero. The National Level Congress on Wednesday said that its strike, scheduled to commence in 7 days, is aimed at liberating Nigerians from the shackles of government policies which have caused citizens pain. These followed an earlier 7-day ultimatum by the NLC to President Bola Tinubu's administration to reverse all anti-poor policies, including the hike in the price of premium motor spirit PMS, known as petrol. And another one is the TUC gives federal government 2 weeks ultimatum on palliatives. the Trade Union Congress of Nigeria has issued a fresh 2-week ultimatum demanding that the federal government fast-track planned palliative measures to ease the burden on the citizens caused by the fuel subsidy removal. The stimulated time frame came in the light of the federal government's apparent delay several weeks after it hosted organized labor in a meeting where both parties agreed on the palliative. So these are some of the issues that trended during the week, and we will be looking at them. Peter Nosike is already in the studio. He will be analyzing these issues one after the other. And along the line, the phone lines will be opened so that you can make your contributions and tell us what you think about the whole situation. All right, Peter Nosike, I hand the mic over to you.
Okay. We are starting with the Asare Dr. Boss viral video. Okay. I took time to watch the video. It was real viral video, so I took time to watch it, and from what I saw, Asare Dokobo was not only looking mentally sick, he was also looking physically fit. In that video, I saw that Asare was not only just looking mentally sick, he was also looking physically sick, because it took him time to stand up from the chair that he was sitting. And even when he stood up, he has to lean on something. From the size of his stomach, you know that all is not well with him.
And you see someone that was fanning, that was behind him fanning him.
So from the size of Asare's stomach, you know that all is not well with him. This is no more the time that we use the size of somebody's stomach to know whether he's a
rich
big
man
or a poor man. No. That's the stomach I saw was a protruding stomach. Understand? And that's a sign of sickness. So from what I saw, all is not well with him. In the video, he said that they are working for President Tinubu, and that materials will soon arrive, and that anyone that does anyhow will see anyhow. He said in that video that they are working for Tinubu and that materials will soon arrive. So anybody can guess what that material should be. And that anybody that does anyhow will see anyhow. And mind you, when the governor of Rivers State threatened that he should be called to order, he began to insult the governor of Rivers State. Why should he make that speech? So he feels that he already has presidential permission to do what he is doing. But for me, the reason why he is being allowed to do what he is doing, remember that some people in the presidency said that if Tinubu is removed because of his failure to score 25% in the FCT, that there will be mayhem, that there will be anarchy. So I feel that Dokobo is now raising people or soldiers or militia who will cause this anarchy. And that's why he was saying that this is Tinubu's turn, that every other person should wait for their turn. That this is Tinubu's turn, that every other person should wait for their turn. So since Tinubu said that there will be anarchy if he is removed because of his failure to score 25%, maybe Asare has started raising these soldiers. But what we should not forget is that this is how militancy started in the Niger Delta. When at the dawn of this democracy in 1999, between 1999 and 2003, some politicians gathered some youths, gave them arms to rig election for them. And they did so. So when these politicians now get into office and abandoned the people and the promises, the expectations that they gave to these youths. The youths now turn those guns on the masses and on the oil expatriates. That was how kidnapping started in the Niger Delta, because those youths, the politicians couldn't fulfill their expectations. And it is not easy to return a gun. Anywhere they tell you return gun, it's not easy for anybody to return a gun. And it is like giving a monkey a cup of water. It's not a problem. But retrieving that cup is where that problem is.
Yeah.
So what Asari is now doing is what caused militancy in the Niger Delta ab initio from the beginning, because some politicians gathered them, armed them to help them to win elections. So this is a very negative sign, a dangerous sign, and nobody is saying anything about it. DSS that went to arrest Mesoma, to interrogate Mesoma for forging JAMB results, has not called the Asari Dokubo to order. Somebody who showed you his minutia and told the world his ambition, that they are working for President Tinubu and that it is Tinubu's turn, and anybody and every other person must wait for his or her turn. Anybody that does anyhow will see anyhow. So for me, I wonder if the Nigerian security agencies are not seeing what Asari is doing, or whether he has been given immunity. Maybe Tinubu, maybe by visiting Aso Rock, he now has immunity to do what he is doing, because he now have a presidential coverage. Mind you, the former CBN governor, or suspended CBN governor, before he became the governor of CBN, was an MD of a bank and has been a CBN governor for 9 years. Buhari inherited him from Jonathan. He is being charged for having an arm in his house, for having a gun in his house. They say it's a gun without a license. But Asari Dokubo, who is a non-state actor, was seen in a video with AK-47. DSS has now gone to ask whether there's a license for that or not. So these are different strokes for different people. I said in this program last week, the evil that you support now will consume you or your children tomorrow. So now, do you know that yesterday, the SND of Ajawe State, was denied bail. Understand? Was denied bail. And what was his offense? That because after the presidential election, Igbo properties were born. Understand me? So the SND of Ajawe State said, if the Lagos State government cannot protect the Igbos, he did a video and made some utterances. He didn't show any gun. He didn't show any militia. He made utterances that if the Lagos State government cannot protect the property of the Igbos, that he will invite IPOB to come and protect Igbos in Lagos State. That was what he did, and he was picked up. So yesterday, Justice Yetunde Adesanya of the Lagos State High Court, sitting at Tafawa and Bedewa Square, rejected his application. What he made was a statement, an utterance. He didn't show any gun. He didn't show any soldiers.
And he was not known to be a militant or a terrorist.
So what happened? Um, so they say, according to the justice, they said that the reason for the rejection of the bail, the judge said that she was constrained. I'm quoting what the judge said. She was constrained based on the seriousness of the offense and the severity of its punishment. Understand? That she refused to grant her bail because of the seriousness of what he said and the severity of the offense. What did he say? That since if Lagos State government, if Lagos State government will not protect the property of the Igbos in Lagos, he will invite IPOB to come and protect the Igbos in Lagos. If he didn't say that he is going to invite, but if their lives cannot be protected, he will, now they say because of the seriousness of the offense and the severity of the punishment. So, and they are charging him for a lot of things.
But Peter Anosike, that's actually will I say threat or statement, because considering the state of the nation, the IPOB issue, the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu issue, he's not supposed to be saying that at this time. What do you think?
Well, in law, there is what is known as provocation. There is what is known as provocation in law. An instance, if you, Bibnas, beat my son, and my son run to me and I come and hit you and you die, I acted under provocation. Maybe somebody has died. But the ground on my action, I will not receive the penalty of committing murder because I acted under provocation.
So the law recognizes you acting under provocation.
Under provocation. Understand? So he may have acted under provocation. Understand? Mm-hmm. The offense that they are charging him, they say, is burden on attempt to commit acts of terrorism, financing terrorism, participating in terrorism, and meeting to support a proscribed entity. That's the offenses. There is a 9-count charge. Understand me? There is a 9-count charge. 1, attempt to commit acts of terrorism, financing terrorism, participating in terrorism, and meeting to support a proscribed entity. You know, when it comes to finding charges, Nigeria police are number 1 in the world. Nigeria police are number 1 in the world. You may just you snap somebody, they will do 30-count charge. That's what they are good at. Investigation 0, but finding charges, they are number 1 on earth. So based on that, the chief judge, Justice Yetunde Adesanya, so I'm not giving you bail. Go back to detention. Understand? Because of a video that he made and made some statements. But somebody who was brandishing AK-47 and threatening to kill all the Igbos, DSS did not call him to order. Understand? Federal government did not speak against it. After that, he still showed his militia that this is the group that we are using to work for Tinubu, and that nobody should challenge Tinubu. Anybody that does anyhow will they see anyhow. Nobody has called him to order. So this is different strokes for different people. But the world is taking notice. And as I said again, the evil that you support today, the evil that you cover today, the evil that you promote today, if it doesn't consume you, consume your children or grandchildren.
All right, that is it for Asari Dokubo's viral video. Let's now go to the second one. Tinubu plotting Obi's disqualification from possible presidential run election. How do you
Well,
react?
for me, Obi is qualified for a rerun. Obi is 100% qualified for a rerun. They are reading these things wrong. Where they think that this thing came from. If you remember 2018, Adeleke versus Oyetonda, then after that the first election, Adeleke scored the highest vote. In fact, Adeleke won 2018 Osun governorship election. He won the Osun governorship election. Then they came up with their Mago. Fenda called it African government magic. That's what Fenda called it. They came with their government magic, said that the number of void votes can affect the outcome of the election. Therefore, there will be a rerun. So they said that the rerun should be between PDP and APC. That's Adeleke versus Oyetonda. But then, Iyona Omishore contested governorship under SDP. So now, what happened was that Omishore, who was not part of the rerun, now backed Oyetonda. They had a deal, and he backed Oyetonda. So Oyetonda now won. Omishore is from Ife, and Ife has the biggest population of votes in Osun State, because they have Ife North, Ife South. Okay, so Oyetonda now won. That was 2018. So rerun is not just because of the highest number of votes. It cuts across. It cuts across, and the P2B is eminently qualified for assuming there's a need for a rerun. Assuming there's a need for a rerun, P2B is eminently qualified for a rerun. There's nothing that APC can do. Even the judiciary cannot help it. And again, I want to make something known. People are panicking as if the judgment that is coming is the final. No. Appeal court is the court of first instance in presidential election. Appeal court is the court of first instance. But governorship starts from state. Understand me? So after this, whoever wins in this one, whatever the outcome of this presidential petition, there's still another court, which is the Supreme Court. So we should get this thing right. It's not as if even if the appeal court said that it is Tinubu that won, it is not the end of the case. They will still go to the Supreme Court. If appeal court said that it is Atiku that won, it is not the end. They will still go to the Supreme Court. Even if appeal court said that there will be a rerun, it is still not the end. The matter will still go to the Supreme Court. So this is what people should have in their mind. There are still next steps to this case. So whatever the outcome, I don't know when this appeal court will give their judgment, but whoever loses on is going to the Supreme Court. So even if they say that there will be a rerun, it's not the end of the case. Tinubu and APC may still say, let us go to the Supreme Court and hear from the Supreme Court. If they say that no, that P2B and Atiku were not able to prove their case, P2B and Atiku will certainly move to the Supreme Court. And they are taking the world is taking interest in this case. The world is interested in what is going
But
on.
Peter Anusike, why do you think APC wants Obi disqualified? Why must it be Obi?
Well, the issue is this: the youth were the majority in this, and Nigeria has a youth population. Over 60% of Nigeria population are youths under 35, and they are the ones that voted mostly in this presidential election. So this election is an election for the youths. So to me, that's why they are not comfortable with Peter Obi. Understand? But the issue is this: even if they tell Peter Obi step aside, with this present situation of the country now, I don't even see APC beating Atiku. You cannot start for a whole day and go and vote for APC again, unless you are mad. So even if they say Peter Obi step aside, let it be between APC and PDP. I don't, with what we have seen in the last 2 months or so, I don't see APC winning Atiku. So bringing Obi is to spoil case. So that's why they are far more comfortable with
PDP rather
with
than the Labour
Atiku
Party.
with Atiku more than Peter Obi. But the issue is that constitutionally, legally, Obi is entitled to a rerun. There's nothing anybody can do about. I have taken time to study it, to study the votes, the spread, and so on and so forth. Peter Obi is entitled to a rerun.
All right, let's also go to this one coming from Dele Faratomi. Tinubu will not appoint ministers who will uplift Nigerians. I really don't know. What about the ministers that he appointed? I didn't know what's helping to uplift Nigerians. Won't they uplift?
Well, he made that statement before the ministerial list came out, and he spoke like a prophet, not the prophet Elijah Ayodele and prophet. Understand?
Yes.
He spoke like the prophet of the old, the biblical prophet, the Isaiah of this world, the Elijah in the Bible, not the Elijah to Kafa. Sure. So, and then basically for me, what Father Tomi said is the reality. Personally, I'm deeply, extremely disappointed with what I saw. I am extremely disappointed with this. It is nothing but political compensation. Understand? That ministerial list is nothing but political compensation for those who did the bad job for him. And shouldn't be what government is all about. It is a political compensation for the people of weakest of this world. So then the Father to me was right. Very, very right. Tinubu was not looking at the national interest or the happiness of the greater number of people in a country. That's not what he was looking for. He just wants to compensate those that help him to get to where he is. They need some weakness of this world. And that is why Sheikh Husani said, the ministerial list, the president embraced some serpent with a known history of treachery. I'm quoting Sheikh Husani, not Peter Nosike. He said that the president embraced some serpent with a known history of treachery and rewarded some vultures for playing the Judas. That he rewarded some vultures for playing the Judas, for betrayal. So he said, appeasing a snake in a palace doesn't spare the king. Understand me?
Because it will soon
It
strike.
will it will soon strike. So the truth is that in government we talk of in government. This is what governments are. In government we talk of people over profit and moral over money. In government we talk of people over profit and moral over money. But in Nigeria, what we have is the reverse: profit over people and money over moral. That's why instead of going forward, we are going backwards. And this is exactly what this appointment reflects. Understand? Look at the Obasanjo team. Look at the Goodluck Jonathan team. In Obasanjo team, we had the Okonjo Iweala. In Jonathan team, we have Akinwumi Adesina. Buhari, after 6 months, came with people who are below average. Buhari, you cannot mention a star in Buhari's government. I want anybody to challenge me on this. Any minister who is a star in Buhari's government? None. Jonathan has a star, Akinwumi Adesina. Obasanjo has a star, Okonjo Iweala, who is today the DG of WTO, the first black woman on earth. Buhari had nobody. And Tinubu said that he is continuing from where Tinubu said that he's continuing from where Buhari stopped. And he followed suit by coming out with nobody. All the 28 or 10 people that he mentioned, can you tell me anybody that's a star? They are all part of those that have wrecked this country. So his ministerial list is like Buhari's list, below average performance. So what Pharaoh Timi said is true, that he is not bringing people who will uplift this country. Rather, he just recycled the same people that has wrecked this country.
All right, let's go to the third one. Tinubu came prepared to unleash economic terror on Nigerians, coming from Showore.
Well, from what we are seeing, do you know? I want anybody to also investigate this. 5 years ago, it takes 5,500 naira fuel for a downful driver to run for the whole day. 500 naira fuel.
Okay.
Under Jonathan, they were taking 3,200 naira fuel to run for a whole day. Under Goodluck Jonathan. 5 years ago, they were taking 5,500. Today, they are taking 22,000 naira to run for a whole day.
That's quite outrageous.
Just check within 5 years and now, 5,500 to 22,000 naira for a downful driver to run for a whole day.
That's quite outrageous.
Now, but who are feeling this burden? It is the passengers, the masses, because the transport owners are pushing this money on the passengers through their increment in transportations. So when this guy said that he came prepared to unleash mayhem, massive mayhem on the populace, there is a reason in what he is saying. Okay, now when they proposed that 8,000 naira, people complained. He waved it off. But the 70 billion naira that was approved for the National Assembly still stand. The 70 billion naira that are approved for the National Assembly still stand. The 40 billion naira that are approved to buy bulletproof cars for them still stand. That 110 billion naira for not more than 400 people.
When so many people go to bed hungry.
So, and I have said it here, that 70 billion for the National Assembly is 223 million naira each. 223 million naira each person. And these people, their standard is between 13,000 to 18,000 naira. He did not touch that one, but he's telling the poor masses to endure.
To endure.
So I'm not I found out with Showore in 2014. Showore used to be my very good friend. He used to come to the Sun newspapers to see me. I have followed him to his village in Ondo. Understand? We are very, very intimate. When I have his number both in New York and here in the country. We always talk. But in 2014, he went through something which I would not want to say on air between 2012 and 2013, which changed who he is. Understand me? Previously, he used to be a nice guy. But when he began to criticize Jonathan, then begin to dine with Amechi, Rotimi Amechi, APC, I said, no, this guy cannot be my friend anymore. We lost contact 2014. Before then, we used to be very, very good. He comes to the Sun newspaper to see me most of the time when he is in Nigeria. So we separated because you cannot be ego and hawk are birds of the air. If you read evolution, they come from the same this thing, understand? But ego does not mingle with hawks. Ego does not mingle with hawks, even though both of them are birds of the air. I stand on that. You must not join the bandwagon. So that's why I separated with Omoyende Showore. We used to be very good pals. So we have not really seen anything that is bringing succor to the poor masses. The multidimensional poverty that we are experiencing in this country, for now, Tinubu had not shown any sign of addressing those things. So that could be what informed what Showore said.
All right, let's go ahead. We have a viral video of the debate in the Nigeria Senate whether the poor should be allowed to breathe or not. And considering the current situation of Nigerians, should the Senate be making a joke of what the masses are going through?
Because they are not feeling what you are feeling. They are not feeling what you are feeling.
But even though they are not feeling it, can't they see that people are suffering? Should they be making joke of it?
Babio said that the 70 billion naira that was given to them is also to buy furniture. Mm-hmm. That they came with furniture from their own house. Imagine. He thought that he was talking to a 2-year-old baby. I know of somebody who provided furniture in the National Assembly free of charge. I will not mention his name here.
Without payment.
He provided furniture for the Senate free of charge. So Babio saying that they came to the National Assembly with
furniture,
with the chairs from their own house.
It's quite funny.
It's funny. So that's why he was asking them, can the poor breathe? Can the poor breathe? If you say that the poor, if you want the poor to breathe, say I. Stupidly, they say I.
Sensitive.
If you don't want,
they were all laughing. If you listen to that, they were all laughing.
Listen. If you don't want the poor to breathe, say ni. Nobody say ni. So he said the I have it. So
the poor should breathe.
And the poor should breathe.
You can imagine that level of insensitivity.
Before he became a governor, I know him too well. How much has he? Before Akpabio became a governor in Akwa Ibom, I know him too well. How much has he? I know the type of car he was using. It is only in Nigeria that such nonsense can happen.
Honestly.
And nobody will say anything. If you want the poor to breathe, say I. If you don't want the poor to breathe, say me.
I remember what you said about Nigerians being able to absorb whatever thing that is thrown to them, because in some other countries
It can never happen.
It can't happen.
It cannot happen. It cannot happen. If you want the poor to breathe,
Imagine.
say I. The stupidness, say I.
Laughing about it.
Laughing about it. If you don't want the poor to, my prayer is let them say that the poor will not breathe.
They are suffocating us. Are we breathing? We are not breathing.
Then I would have expected them to say me, that the poor will not breathe. Then let us see what will happen in the next 24 hours. So these guys, they don't feel what you are feeling. That 70 billion naira is 223 million naira each.
Wow.
223 million naira each. The 40 billion is for them to buy bulletproof cars. For them to buy bulletproof cars. Then, when they are riding a bulletproof car, you are talking of insecurity, and you want them to support you.
They are protected.
They are protected. They are protected. So, and the next general election, people will still go and vote them. Empowering people who are suffocating you, who are impoverishing you. Understand?
Nigerians are known for that. Empowering people who are, when they bring out 5,000 naira, they will forget they are suffering and they will start making noise about them.
How many liters of fuel can 5,000 naira buy now?
And remember, the bag of rice has been increased to 42,000 naira, before 45,000 naira now. So
how many pence of gari can 5,000 naira buy? For me, I'm happy that those that voted, they are still feeling it. And they will feel it the more because it is their vote that they used to buy what is killing them. For me, I expected nothing. Understand me? So nothing will harm me. So it is those of them that voted that
very painful that you voted
bought this trouble with their own votes. Yeah.
All right, let's go to this one. How do you react? No more sit at home. Coming from Enugu residents.
Well, Barrister Peter Mba is the only governor in the southeast that has shown seriousness in stopping this menace called the sit at home. He's the only governor in the southeast as a whole that has taken responsibility to stop this sit at home. Even though some people may not agree with the way he is doing it, but he has taken that responsibility more than every other governor. And why? Because this guy has a history. And this guy has a vision for Enugu people. That's what is known as billionaires without an enterprise. Peter Mba is not among them. Peter Mba is not somebody that you will ask, what is your source of income? He has more than $2 billion business. He is the chairman of Pinnacle Oil and Gas. Go to Neki Free Trade Zone and see what he has before becoming a governor. So he didn't come to office for the money of Enugu State. He is already made. He's unlike Hope Ozodemwa, who nobody knows his source of income. Understand me? So, and as an entrepreneur, he knows what is happening in the southeast
And the effect of the sit at home
and
is work.
and what is happening on the economy. That's why he said that this thing must stop. And 2 weeks ago, he came out and drove around Enugu State, giving them courage. Come out, come out, come out and do your business. On Monday, he sealed about 130 shops at Ogbete Market, those that failed to come and open their shops. Ogbete Market is a very big market. And for only 130 shops to be sealed, will show you that a lot of shops were open. And Enugu has full military presence. 82 division is in Enugu. Ababa barracks is in Enugu. Okunano barracks is in Enugu. So Enugu has full security. All it needs is to inspire confidence on the people. So for me, I appreciate what he is doing. And I want the other governors to join him in this.
But people are questioning the way he's going about it because there are options of negotiation. There are options.
Negotiate with what? With who?
Of course, Nigeria is known to negotiate with.
With who? With who? With
people enforcing it.
Simon Ekpa.
No, not Simon Ekpa. There are people Simon Ekpa is using in Enugu State.
Bibnas, you don't condone evil. You eliminate evil.
But that's the way
America doesn't negotiate with criminals.
But Nigerians negotiated with Boko Haram. They do that.
No, they were behind Boko Haram. Boko Haram is a militant wing of a political party.
And they are enabling Asari Dokubo. So why would they go about killing people because they want to stop sit at home?
You don't condone evil. Evil must not be condoned. You don't negotiate with non-state actors. So what you need to do is to build confidence in them. Come out, your security, your life is assured. We have enough security to guide and protect you. Come out, nothing will happen to you. But I know that with what he is doing, that is going to end.
Anyways, let's just be hopeful it will.
All he needs is collaboration from the other governors because he cannot do it all alone. The governor of Ebonyi need to come out because Enugu has boundary with Ebonyi.
Of course.
The governor of Anambra need to come out because Enugu has a boundary with Anambra at Ugwoba. The governor of Abia need to take that bold step because Enugu has a boundary with Abia. So then these guys can simply be running interstate. They can do something in Enugu and run to Abia and or Anambra or Ebonyi. So it's all hands on deck. The governor should emulate Peter Mba and begin to do what Peter Mba is doing. That is the only way to stop it. But I'm happy for the step that he has taken, even though it affected the life of some people. But this thing need to be stopped because it is crippling the economy of the Southeast. So for me, and that's the bold step that he has taken. And if he continued this way, within the next 2-3 Mondays, it will end. Let him try and build confidence in the mind of these people. Let him get the chief of army staff and get the army involved. Enugu State has full military presence, and they can do it.
Of course, they can.
There's no state in the east. Abia has the third largest army base in the country at Ohofia. the third biggest army base, Goodluck Jonathan Army Barracks at Ahofia. In Obinze, in Imo State, Obinze Owore, they have artillery brigade. In Onitsha, Anambra, they have a very mighty army barracks. They have the same thing at Ebonyi. So they need to get support of the federal government and stop this menace. It is very easy. If they show political will, they will stop it. And Peter Mba has shown that political will. It only needs the support of the federal government and the other neighboring state governors. It is doable.
All right, let's hope it's doable.
It's doable. It's very, very doable. It can be done.
All right, let's quickly go to marketers push for petrol price hike amid deregulation. How do you react?
Well, I know that petrol will sell for 1,000 naira in this country.
We don't want to see that.
I'm not a prophet of doom. But as long as our naira continue to be weak, as long as we continue to be an import-dependent nation, petrol will sell for 1,000 naira per liter in this country. They have told you that it is now the market forces that determine. So once your exchange rate is poor, you continue that you have interruptions from what doesn't concern you. If you throw a bomb in America, it's going to have a serious effect in Nigeria, which shouldn't concern you. You shoot a gun in UK, it will increase prices of things in Nigeria, which is supposed not to concern you. Because why? We are import-dependent nation. We are still borrowing money to consume. We are still borrowing money to share. If federal government, the money that the 40 billion that they gave for that to buy SUVs and bulletproof cars, if they can push it to maintain our this thing, the refineries that we have, prices of fuel will come down. Why is it high? The landing cost and the exchange rate. This is the two reasons. And somebody is saying that Nigeria, that we buy the cheapest fuel in the world. Understand? We buy the cheapest fuel in the world. But what is our minimum wage? So when they are talking, they'll think that it's only them that has sense. Our minimum wage is the worst in the world. Our take-home pay is the worst in the world. So even if we are buying fuel at 50 naira per liter, it is still high compared to our minimum wage. So for me, as long as we keep on being an import-dependent nation, as long as we keep on importing over 90% of the things that we need, prices of fuel will continue to go up. That's a fact. So I'm not a prophet of doom. Fuel is going to sell for 1,000 naira in this country.
All right, why we're hopeful that it doesn't get to that, let's look at this. NLC plans strike is to rescue Nigerians coming from Ajero. How do you react?
Well. It's a rescue what?
To rescue Nigerians, maybe a rescue mission.
Okay, they're on a rescue mission.
Yes.
What people should have asked themselves, why are Nigerians not having the kind of strike we used to have between 2000 and 2013?
Honestly.
That's what Nigerians have not thought about. Because under Osho Monday, I was a Labour correspondent of the Sun newspaper for 10 years. So from 2002 up to 2010, all the strike that happened anywhere in the country, I participated. If you go and watch all the videos, you will see me. I'm always there. So Nigeria should ask themselves, why wasn't Occupy Ojota possible now? They have not thought along this line. Let me tell you what is happening. When the PDP came in 1999 under Obasanjo, most of the people that fought for democracy, Ganifa Wemi, Abakoba, and others, went home and sat down. So after 2-3 years, they realized that this is not the democracy that they fought for. So they came out and started fighting. By then, we have about 4 or 5 parties. Here they have AD. Tinubu came under AD as a governor. From AD to ACN, from AD to AC. And they had for Democracy to Action Congress. From Action Congress to ACN. Okay. So then, when the focus then was on the federal government, which is PDP, then the parties in opposition, AC especially, we are giving support to those protesters. Do you understand that?
Of course.
So they were supporting them, not knowing that the cure of the disease that they want will be worse than the disease itself. So most of the labor activists, we are working for the opposition, which is and then that's which is ANPP, ACN or AC. So most of them we are working for the ACN, then ANPP. But we don't know that they want to use the popularity of the struggle for their own personal gain. People thought that they were fighting for the masses. No. So that was why they were able to mobilize them. People were supporting them. They were getting popular. And okay, if you check, Adams Oshomonde became governor under ACN. Issa Aramu contested for governor under APC in Kwara State. He was the secretary of NLC. Peter Essende contested, was APC governorship aspirant in Edo State. Peter Essende, former president of TUC, Trade Union Congress. So you can see that all of them, those that we are doing those protests, are now in APC.
Okay.
This is what Nigerians are not thinking.
It's getting clearer.
APC. First you say Keyamo. All of them. So most of them now are now in APC. That is why you are no more hearing we no go agree. That was the song then. We no go agree.
Then
we no go
strike
agree.
used to be something very serious, and
3 days, shut down everywhere. Shut down everywhere. Understand? No vehicle, no bank will open, no school will open, no market will open. It shut down everywhere. We no go agree. Mind you, Obasanjo never increased fuel for more than 10 naira
and then
at a time.
They were going on strike.
And there were strike. Now people are increasing fuel with more than 300 naira and nobody's talking. Why? All of them are now in APC. So they use that to make themselves popular. And what they fought for then is now what shame cannot And now, if assuming that they have conscience,
As if they do.
assuming they have conscience. So that's why occupying Ojota, occupying Nigeria is no more possible. Those that did it then are now in the APC. That's why. Because what Jonathan did in 2012 is what Tinubu did in May 29, 2023, and nothing happened. Fuel have been increased on a daily basis. Understand? And nobody's talking. This is the reason why. Most of those people, those labor activists, are now in APC. But the truth is that Chima Obani saw this thing in time. Chima Obani was the executive director of CLO, Civil Liberties Organization. Before he died in a motor accident. Before he died, and he died inside Adams Oshomone's car. Before he died, he called me a week to his death that he's afraid of what will happen if he dies. That a lot of these people that I'm seeing are not genuine. He told me that a lot of these people pretending to be activists are not serious. That what he wants to do is to bring somebody who will succeed him, because that these people are not serious. So he has to go and bring Ibuchukwu Ezike from Enugu to come. Ibuchukwu Ezike, the current executive director of CLO, was based in Enugu. Because Chima Obani knew that these so-called activists are pretenders. He has to go and bring Ibuchukwu Ezike from Enugu to come here and take over from him. And what he said is exactly what is happening now. That these guys are not serious, that they are pretenders. Understand me? I published this story in the Sun newspaper. Understand? That he's afraid of those who will succeed him. It was a front page story in the Sun newspaper. I was the last journalist that interviewed him. Before his death. And the interview was captioned, life is a continuum. Do you understand that? Even if he dies, he will continue from there. It was a front page story in the Sun newspaper. He called me then and said, look, Peter, these people I'm seeing here are not genuine. They are not serious. They are pretenders. And from what we are seeing today,
that is what they are.
That's what they are. That's what these things are happening, and nobody is doing anything.
All right, let's quickly go to the last one, because people are itching to talk. Our phone has been ringing. TUC gives federal government 2-week ultimatum on palliatives.
Well, I have said in this program that what we are witnessing now is a Babangida kind of administration. They call Babangida Maradona. They call Babangida Maradona. And that is what we are witnessing now. And that's what we are going to witness if the present executive remains in power. Hide and seek, promise and fail. Understand? So TUC had a meeting with the presidency, and a lot of promises were made, but no implementation. No implementation. So they felt that the federal government is dodging their own path. That's what informed the ultimatum. But as I said, those who are to enforce this ultimatum are now with the ruling power. So don't expect anything. Don't expect anything. Nigeria is dead.
All right. In all of this, we are hopeful that our country will turn out for the better tomorrow. All right, because tomorrow they say it's pregnant. At this juncture, I want to open up the phone line so you can call in and make your comment. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903, and also the WhatsApp line 0700 903 9039. How do you react in all of the stories we shared with you and with the analysis of our able political analyst Peter Anosike? Call into the show. Let's get to hear what you think about the stories that we shared with you. Okay, all right. Let me quickly go to okay. Someone is saying Mr. Nosike is still waiting for. Oh, sorry. Good afternoon, BB and Mr. Nosike. Happy weekend. Thank you so much. Hello.
Yes, good evening, my dear.
Good evening, sir. Please let's get to know you.
My name is Nemeka from Ejibo.
All right, Nemeka, go ahead.
My greeting to Anosike.
I greet you too. I greet you too.
Yes, well done. Thank you for your good work. My dear, my take goes to this Senate, House of Senate, that is using our condition as a country as a laughing stock. You know, when they create this poverty, I call this poverty management poverty. They are the one that create this upon the necessities of the country. And they are enjoying it, seeing the people in suffering. See the way they are using that as a laughing stock in the house. Let the poor breathe. Thank God today they know that their needs are in our neck. They should expect very soon that all Nigeria will join hands to pull up their needs out of our neck so that we can breathe. They tell us make we adjust, they tight our belt every day. But all of them, look at all of them waiting for that house. Are they wearing trousers with belts? Nobody, all of them wear. I hope they take their waist. They can elect it any moment they want. And they want the citizens to always tie their belts. Now the citizens tie their belts, they are not beaten anymore. And they are using that as a laughing stock. I tell them today, this was unmet poverty they create in this country. We fight them one day, and they will never escape it. They will never escape it. Thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. I don't want to waste my time.
Thank you so much for being simple and going straight to the point. All right, the phone line is still open. You can call in. Let's get to hear what you think about the number of stories we shared with you. Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening. Hello, good evening, Mr. Anosike. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good
Please,
evening.
let's get to meet you.
Good evening, ladies. All right, my name is Ben. I'm calling from Eba.
All right, Ben, go ahead.
Yeah, this National Assembly that we are working for Nigerians.
Hello, are you there? Hello. All right, Ben. Maybe you need to call back because we cannot hear you. Right? Need to call back 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. And if you want to reach out to us via our WhatsApp line 0700 903 9039. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening
Yeah,
to
good
you.
evening.
Please tell us your name and location.
My name is Chikwado Francis. I'm calling from Shomolu.
All right, Chikwado, go ahead.
Okay. You see, that's your analyst there. He has said it all. What we are seeing in this country, what is happening in this country, Nigeria, is injustice.
Hello, are you there? Hello? All right. Hello, good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening to you, Mary. This is Edu calling from Switzerland.
All right, Edu, go ahead.
I'm just coming online now, but all I saw is just the headline about the retired colonel.
All right, you can actually share the stories with you so you can make your contributions.
Okay, can you please rephrase it for
Okay,
me
we
so
talked
that
about
I
the
I
ex-militant.
know the story about how, but I know I know story about the retired colonel, but other topics I don't know.
Okay, we talked about ex-militant leader Sari Dokubo, the video that went viral on Monday.
Yeah.
We also talked about Tinubu plotting Obi's disqualification from possible presidential run election. We also talked about Tinubu will not appoint ministers who will uplift Nigerians, coming from Dele Faratomi, and that of Showere's tweet that Tinubu came prepared to unleash economic terror on Nigerians, and so many others.
Okay. Let me jump into Asari Dokubo.
Okay.
Um, it show you the kind of government we are running, you know, and to Tinubu ministers also. It show you the kind of government we are running because Asari Dokubo and the nomination of the ministers he nominated now is like the same ball game. Because why I said so is, like Denefero to me said, he can never appoint those who will run Nigeria, but he will appoint those. Okay, I don't think it's Denefero to me. He said he would. I forgot who said this. He said that Tinubu appointed those who betrayed, others for his own benefit.
That's Shehu Sani.
Yeah, Shehu Sani. So it's just like Dokubo. Dokubo is betraying others in a favor of Tinubu, and he's just opening his mouth and making whoa whoa whoa. I even saw there is the latest video where he say he will be the next president. You know, someone will just say stay on his creek. I don't know what he's drinking or smoking, and gathering the kind his gangs of armed robbers. And how in Nigeria an individual can gather people, give them weapon. He give them weapon. They are with weapons on a national TV, on a live, on so many places he broadcasted himself. And what happened? Today, DSS have not called him to question him. I even have the guts, the balls, to go to our Aso Rock and he tell me this is the kind of government Tinubu want to run. You understand? So it show you all angle, everything is wrong. And no government, no president should run a government like that because they are running it with impunity. Anything will won't happen, make it happen. Nothing will happen. So he's showing that he want to run a government of I give you your own, no put I for my own.
Everybody collect your own.
Which everybody they collect any place where I give you they collect your own, no shook I for my own. And it show you that the poor will never breathe. Let the poor breathe the phrase they make is never from their heart.
They were actually
They
making fun of
there.
Nigerians. They were actually making jokes of the suffering.
Like the Senate president who came through the back door. Of course, our constitution shows that he came through the back door, which Okorosha asked Ahmed Lawal, how did you come back to the Senate? Because I know both of us running presidential aspirants. So it shows you the kind of law and order we are keeping people in prison by those courts have acquitted, keeping people in prison of MFR or Emehoro or what they call it, the central bank criminal. I'm not his fan, but hence court grant him bail. He should not be in DSS position. You see how they fight with the prison, the correctional center.
All All right, my brother, do just try to round up so that we can take
Okay,
other
let me
calls.
round up to the corner. Let me go back to the corner. Please, I think someone should advise her that supporting someone or a political party doesn't mean you should sell your property. Supporting Peter Obi never know all his supporters around the whole world. She is just one individual out of millions. If she is seeking for help, she can seek for help. She should not tag Peter Obi or Labour Party to it. If she's seeking for help, she can seek for help. Peter Obi can never know all his supporters. I'm his supporter, but he don't know me. We are from the same states. But he can't know me, he don't know me. So people should be mindful of what they are putting outside, trying to put someone else down. All right. Have a nice evening.
Thank you. You too. You too. All right. Hello. Good evening to you. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening to you.
Good evening. My name is Victor, the alleged listener. Always.
All right, Victor, the alleged listener. Go ahead.
Mr. Anosike, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Happy weekend. Mr. Anosike, thank you for your prompt analysis. My take is on Asari and that of Enugu State. They sit at home at Enugu State. But first, let's start from Asari. Everybody in this country at the moment knows that Asari is sponsored by the government. Because I am trying to understand why the government will now be operating with non-state actors and the full glare of recruiting young men, not even into the state security agencies, not police, not army, not civil defense, not navy, but on his own to protect the president of the country. And on a national TV, he has boasted that he will kill a part of the section of the country, and the government has not said anything. And we have security agencies in Nigeria that has been going about raiding homes of judges, raiding homes of ex-ministers and all the rest of them, or the CBN governor holding people in detention illegally, disregarding court orders. And we have a non-state actor. Nnamdi Kanu is in the prison, but they are holding him there because of the same acts, and nobody is saying anything about Asari. Asari has made comments about the sit-at-home in Igbo land and about the Imo State issue, the killings in Imo State. We all know that the group of young men he's recruiting from his utterances is preparing for the Imo State election. He's recruiting, the government is using him to recruit young men who would attack the Imo indigenes during the next elections. You will see all where they are coming from. We all know where all these are signaling to. The other one is the one at Enugu. Unfortunately for Peter Mbado, we all know how he came into power. He's allegedly that he forged his certificates, but not minding, he has good intentions about stopping the sit-at-home because of the economic dwindling of the state.
All right, Victor, try to be brief so that we can take more calls because we don't have enough time.
Okay. The only thing, like Mr. Anosike said, he needs the support of other state governors in the southeast, because this is not something he can do alone. And I can tell you, even like Mr. Anosike said, there is military presence in the southeast, there is military presence in all the southeast. Yet the military will be there and all these boys will be doing these things. Nothing is done. It's unfortunate. The leadership of the states, they are incapacitated because they are not in control of the security agencies. The governors are not in security. They are not in command of the police. So I'm wondering where we can do it better, except that Mr. Mba would come down, increase the awareness among the citizenry, and then use the local vigilantes. That's the only way I can see it, because using the federal state or the state, I doubt if it will work, because since they are now using the non-state actors to perpetrate against the
All right,
citizens,
Victor.
I wonder what
Thank
will
you
happen.
so
Thank
much.
you and have
Thank
a
you. Thank you. Hello, good
Hello,
evening.
good evening.
Good evening to
Hello,
you.
good evening.
Good evening to
Good
you. Please
evening.
tell us your name.
My name is Suleiman. I'm calling from K2.
All right, Suleiman, just try to be brief and make your comments, okay?
Thank you very much for you and your analysis.
All right.
I think the last time President Jonathan removed fuel subsidy, I'm among the people that will occupy Ojota then. But during Buhari time, I wonder what happened. Nobody see anything. Even when Buhari moved close border for no reason, of which nobody can tell me today that this is what we benefit from closing of the border, and nobody saying anything. So, but later I realized that all those people that orchestrate the protest, they are in APC. All of them, I look them from A to Z. They are all in APC. They are all APC member. And this time around, President Buhari, Tinubu have started. And the same way Buhari started then, we said, let us give him time. He will do it well. When he scatter everything, he will later, at the end of the day, in fact, today the same story started again. And Tinubu promised to start from where Buhari ended, and the same thing happened. Now people are still saying, let's give him time. 80 years in somebody's life, it's not a joke. Many things have gone. Okay, now, like this time around, the labor, the other time they promised that they are going for strike, we will expect them to move forward so that everybody can follow. They later go back again. So, in fact, I don't know what is happening in this country. No, I don't really know. In fact, God will bless your radio for you to bring those people to come and, I think one day, something positive will happen. Thank you very much for your good job.
All right, thank you, my brother.
God will bless your radio.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, the phone lines are still open. You can call to the show. Let's get to hear what you think about the stories we shared with you. Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening.
Good evening. Please tell us your name and location.
My name is Onyekachi. I'm calling from Water.
All right, Onyekachi, quickly, let's go. Hello, are you there?
Yes.
Right. Yes.
That man is really a voice. The man really has Nigeria at heart.
You mean Peter Nosike?
Yes, ma.
Okay.
That man, and that is the kind of man Nigeria needs. In fact, I'm looking forward to the day that I will just meet him face to face.
All right.
I beg. If there's any way I can see him, and if there's any way he can need my help also.
All right. All right.
God bless you all. God bless you. God bless your station. God bless the man. God bless Nigeria.
You too.
I just got to. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Onyekachi is appreciating you. Okay. All right. The phone line is still open. 0700 903 903 903. And for the WhatsApp line, the number is 0700 903 903 9. Let's get to hear what you think about the various stories we shared with you. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Let's get to meet you.
My name is Frank, but I'm calling from Ejimo.
All right, Frank, go ahead and briefly too.
Yes, I want to talk about Asari Dakabo. Asari Dakabo was employed by former President Buhari to terrorize Southeast with unknown gunmen. These unknown gunmen you have been hearing all the time. As was contracted to Asari Dakabo.
Do you have facts? Do you have facts?
But that's exactly what you asked me.
No, you cannot say things that are not factual, please. This is a national radio.
Okay. Let us come down further. He is building now an army, and he is telling you that he's waiting to take over from Tinubu, and he's doing it for Tinubu in a national radio. He said he's going to wipe out the Igbo people in a national radio. He spoke from Asarok in a national radio with the national coat of arms right behind him.
Maybe
What are
he's
you
speaking.
saying?
Maybe he has presidential immunity.
Yes, okay, he has, Abi. Now, he is next. I'm promising Tinubu for making him another Abubakar Shekau in the South. I'm telling Tinubu today that he will be the one to overthrow this Tinubu government and he will take over. He wants to rule Nigeria and he wants to wipe out every other person. The man is so hateful, so loathsome in his speech, with all kind of hatred, and nobody is talking. No DSS calling him. Even Western Nigerian media, Yoruba people media, they are not saying anything. What is going on in the country? What is going on? Terrorism is building up. And I'm telling you, this man will be the one to overthrow the government. Post me. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Frank. Thank you for calling in. All right, let's still get to hear what you think about the number of stories we shared with you. We shared a good number of stories, ranging from that of Asari Dokubo's video to Obidati Group alleging that Tinubu is plotting for Obi's disqualification. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening. I'm Ben from Eva.
All right, Ben, go ahead.
What I was saying before is that this National Assembly, they are the problem we have in this country. I'm telling you the truth. It's not even Mr. President, because Mr. President is afraid of them. They have the power to impeach Mr. President. And Mr. President doesn't even have power to remove one of them. As they are 460 something, Mr. President cannot remove any of them. But they can agree and impeach Mr. President when he commits impeachable offense. That's why these people have set up committees waiting for ministers. No matter any type of minister you bring, it is not no matter of if you like, these professors from America, these people will not allow them to work. They are the problem we have in this country. It is only the new Nigeria movement that can change this country. That is what everybody should know. When Nigerians vote somebody by themselves, Tinubu is afraid of them. He's afraid of the structure that is in place. Because if you do anyhow now, if there is a rerun, they will not allow him to move anywhere. That is why he's doing them well, picking them up, making them to be happy. It is only the new Nigerian movement, the person Nigeria, if it is somebody like Otina that won this election, they will not fear anything. Even if you say there is cancel the election, Nigerians will vote him again. It is too bad for somebody, Nigeria did not vote to be on the throne, and he will be afraid, he's scared, and putting bad people. This is somebody like Asari Dokubo, somebody like Anguje, somebody like Erufai, somebody like Wike, all the bad people in this country, all of them are in those places, all the past governors that did not do anything for their state. And look at the National Assembly now. They are waiting for the ministers. What thing you see, immediately after budget, they will start collecting budget. They will start collecting contracts, And after collecting this contract, they will never execute anyone. And the money will be finished in the hands of the minister. The minister will say, the one that remains. Look at the 8 years of Buhari. 10 years, any single job, any minister did. 10 years, any one. All the 3 years, 77 trillion Nigeria is going. What did they achieve with it? It is this National Assembly. Yari spent 70-something billion to contest for Senate president, and he lost. Think how much I thought to win a Senate president. How much did Carlos spend? What is Nassau? Are they spending a huge amount of money? Why is the Senate spending 3 billion to be on that? And we expect them to work. Even if it is Labour Party or NNPP or this new party, they do not spend less than 500 million. They sell their houses, they borrow money, and they are there. We think they will work. None of them will say anything. They are waiting for all these ministers. Immediately after the budget, they will start collecting contracts. That is their work. They don't have us at mind. We should know that one. It is only Nigerians that will rise up and elect somebody we want to be there and back the person up and say, we must change the system. I think 99th Constitution is the monster we may have in this country. It is the monster. The making of senators from the party. That is the problem. Making of National Assembly. That is the main monster, the problem we have in this country. All the power until they start collecting salary. Grade level 17, but president, vice president, the governor, deputy governor, senate president, all the senators and house of assembly, we start paying them salary. The same way we are paying director general and the permanent secretary salary. That is when this country will be good. Nigerians should rise up and then let somebody they want and back up their vote. We should stop collecting money from these people. When they come now for the election, we start collecting money from them. And when they go there, they turn their back on us. They will never work. This APC will never work.
All right, thank
no
you,
matter
Ben.
anyhow, Tinubu is afraid of it. He will never work.
All right, thank you, Ben. Thank you so much. Peter Onsike, he said something about Nigerians during the rerun. Nigerians will still collect money and still make the same mistake they made that put them where they are. No?
Well, as human beings.
Good evening.
Good evening.
All right, please tell us your name and location.
Okay, Mr. Tangod from Ijeoma Egwuatu.
All right, Mr. Tangod, go ahead and briefly too.
Okay. Please, I want to talk about this Dokobov man.
Go ahead.
It is to my greatest surprise that all Dokobo is doing, federal government does not want to take any action against him. I'm asking, who is Dokobo in Nigeria? Dokobo was a militant, local militant from Niger. How has he grown to the extent of going to Asrock with the coast of farm of Nigeria and threatening a particular tribe that as he will kill them with wood? And the federal government does not do anything. Till now, honestly, I'm not happy with that kind of situation. It is anybody who says now that federal government is one sponsoring Dokubo, it should be correct. Every human being will believe that it's true. Because I don't see why he will make such a threat. Look at other people. Every of Ijeoma said where I'm residing. What does he do? Today, as I'm talking to you, is the refused bail. DSS by 1 o'clock they went and picked him up. They even find out to where that is not in his house. And he went to where he was in the hotel and picked him up. Before you know it's in the court, he's in the court. Today now, he is refused bail, even by the court. Why should Dokubo, a common Dokubo, who has even fought against the federal government of Nigeria doing his resource control, killing the police, killing the army, killing everybody. Today, how be given the right to go to our rock on the coast of arm of Nigeria and still threatening to kill a section of Nigeria. And the government, the president, the prime minister, DSS, nobody do anything. It's very uncalled for and it is happening. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Thank God for making it simple and straight to the point. It's quite uncalled for. Let's take this call. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening, my sister.
Good evening, brother. Tell us your name and location.
I greet you.
Thank you so much.
Your mouth not go pay you. The Lord will protect you.
Thank you.
Because
thank
now
you.
one of you that used to talk to us, Nonsompa, we had arrested him this week.
Yes.
So God will be
2
protecting
days
you for
ago.
us.
Yes.
God will protect you. In Nigeria, turn by turn. Now we don't hear saying about town. After 2 minutes, about turn. But I know that one day the Lord will save us from all their hands.
Yes.
God, the God that saved Israelites from from the hand of the Egyptians, will save Nigerians, the true Nigerians. This is all I have to say. God bless you, my sister.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you. All right, our phone lines are still open and ready to receive your calls. So you can call into the show. And if you're just joining us, this is the recap of the major issues that trended during the week, and we'll share a good number of stories with you. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, my brother. Please tell us your name and location.
My name is Mike, and I'm calling from Isolo.
All right, Mike, go ahead.
May God bless you.
Thank you so much.
We have millions of you. We have thousands of you. But the problem we're having is that mouth speaking, but ear doesn't hear. The major problem of this country is lack of unity. I am telling you this. An Igbo man will come up with a very good idea. A Yoruba man will encounter it, and Hausa man will encounter it. It becomes ethnic problem. What is happening in this country cannot happen in the North African country. My brother, by now it will be bleeding. Then look at where we are. Somebody like Dokubo is being called. This issue did not start today if you don't know. Remember that the former president, General Buhari, called the Igbo people dogs. To remember that the same Buhari on June 2nd said that they will speak to the Igbos on the language they will understand. That they have been in this war front for 30 months. They were there for 30 months. And the only language that Igbos can understand is killing. So what is what we are hearing today from Dokubo? It did not start today. The marginalization we are trying for did not start today. Look at SND talking about it. The last time I checked, what you say that is not documented cannot be used against you in the court of law. But this man said, under probability that if these things continue, that we have no option than to invite IPB. So now it has become an offense. The document said that you will be cleaning people water. Nobody talked anything about that. My brother, the thing we need, the Igbo should go back to themselves. Even the elites of Igbo have been compromised. All the governors have been compromised. The senators have been compromised. That one day, this revolution will come. And the baboon and the monkey will soak with water. God bless all of you there.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate the fact that you said they will be soaked in water, not in blood. All right, our phone lines are still open. 0700 903 903 903 for the voice call. And if you want to connect with us via our WhatsApp line, 0700 903 9039. All right. Peter Ansige, you were saying something when the call came in. All right, stay of course. Hello, good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening.
All right. Please tell us your name and
My
location.
name is Monday. Yeah, my name is Monday. My name is Monday.
Monday, go ahead and briefly too.
Yeah, you see, how can I put it? In a business, there always be a percent, 70%, 30%, and 50%. Now we have three masters that want to rule election. Obi have 70%, even the deaf know that he won. Atiku have 50%. Bola Tinubu have 30%, but they give him to him. How can Obi go to an election and win when the Ohanese president is himself? And where is Lamidi Apapa? APC have overthrown it. Where is Wike that is in PDP? In the back of Atiku, the OPC, the same thing. How can he not win? Because they have buy them off. Again, they are talking of rerun. Is it you, the journalist, will go and remove him there? Or me listening? Don't stop deceiving us. Tinubu did not come to deliver this country because it's not fit for the business. He come to punish us. How can you tell me palliative and I've not seen the evidence? I've not seen my own. You have not seen.
What would that palliative do for you Monday? What will 8,000 naira do for you Monday?
I don't know. Is it to cook concussion rice or is to buy clothes? He cannot do anything.
It's as good as not
receiving it. They are just saying it as a scam. Yes. But how can the man come to...
All right, when they try to round up so that we can take more calls, okay?
So what I'm trying to say that there is nothing we can do for rerun. That man will carry us along because they have already concluded and put him there.
All eyes on the judiciary. You're not sure yet. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, very good evening.
Good evening to you. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm calling from all the way from Madrid, Spain.
All right, your name, please.
My name is Ishe Oshimira Tatan Kembanambo.
All right, Iche, go ahead.
Don't laugh. Please, I want to first of all greet my brother, my blood brother. Anosike Ekenenge nwanne
Udo did he go?
Ekenenge asị ọ ga-adịrị gị na mma n'ụtụtụ, dịrị gị mma n'ehihie, dịrị gị mma n'abalị.
Ise.
O jiri ogbu gị ga-egbu onwe ya bara ajọ ọgwụ nna m.
Yeah.
My sister, God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Indeed. I must be proud of you. Before taking time, I see what is really happening in Nigeria now is very, very painful. I remember Odumegwu Ojukwu saw this thing far back. And that's what my brother here, Anosike, is saying. It's only people who have foresight will understand what this young man is saying here. And also our lovely brother being Mazin Nnamdi Kalu, the guy who lost his father and his mother and is fighting for the freedom of Biafra. Fighting, let that good thing come to us. What does Igbo people did in this world? We have everything. Why can't they let us smile like Yorubas and Hausa? Is there an abomination? Is there an offense? Destroying Igbo people market in Lagos, destroying all our things in Abuja, Kaduna. In Eastern region today, they are killing our brothers. I'm from Imo State. Hope Uzodinma now is running away and staying in Abuja. Yoruba people are going to Abuja to seek for help in their state. Hausa people are going to Abuja to seek a help in their state. But all Eastern regions are going to Abuja to seek a military to kill their brothers. What have we done in this nation? Let us go, they don't allow us. We won the election, they didn't allow us to go. Declare us winner, they refused. Now they marginalize everything pertaining to Igbo people. My good friend in Ajawa State, what he did, one of the gentlemen said something here. He raised alarm. What they are doing to our brother is very bad. If come to the worst, let all the IPOP come and fight. They arrested there. Why Asari Dokubo was showing AK-47? I just took CNN now. I just want to send a message to CNN right now. Now he said that he's fighting for Tinubu. So that means that Igbos are slaves in Nigeria. I'll rest my case. I greet you, my sister.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I greet you, Anosike.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Tell us your name and location. And please, briefly too, because we don't have time.
This is Ambassador Musba calling you from Mission.
Okay, Ambassador Musba, go ahead.
How are you, my brother over there?
Thank you so much.
To me, my brother, we met on struggle for times without numbers. But to me, this evening, I disagree with you to my extent. First of all, mention that maybe fuel price go to 1,000. I'm not saying Nigerian is dead. I disagree with you on that. And the other one said that all the who fought for the struggle lines, all of them are APC. I also disagree with you. I want to know your own position during the Ojota protest against the Julog. I know you are part of those who protest against him at that time. And moreover, people are talking outside the Okubo right now. People never talk when Gani Adams flashed a lot of ammunition during the Good Luck campaign here in Lagos there. To me, although I do support bad, to me, I believe in one Nigerians, and I believe Nigeria, no matter what now, we are getting there. But we're also part of the problem. Some people are criticizing this government now because they lost. I know if Peter Obi won, many people come out in lie to criticize him too. Now, why can't you wait for the court and moreover, criticize constructively? What are the plans? What do we have on ground? Nigerians, a lot of things happen in Nigeria here, even beyond Mr. President. Because we only want president, although it's power, but Nigerians, we are worse than what is going on in that Sorok.
All right, Musba, thank you so much. We don't have enough time, okay?
But all I know is that if Nigeria...
Thank you so much. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Please adjust your radio, tell us your name and go ahead.
I'm sorry about that. I'm Blessing, calling from Ikeja.
All right, Blessing, go ahead.
I would like to contribute on this Tinubu or Jagaban issue. Actually, he's doing really very horrible things in this country. I went to market this morning, a pail of rice, 3,800. How? I don't understand. Where are we going to? Are we moving from fry pan to fire, from fire to fry pan, or from fire to lagoon? I don't understand. Because anyway, he already said he's going to pack the whole Igbo into canal. I don't know if this is the journey of the canal. I don't understand. He should just get down from there and give the seat to the rightful owner. It's not his. He can't buy the rights of the whole country. For goodness sake, we are all humans. We are all humans. Why is he doing this? That's just all I have to say. You should just do something about it. Transportation is something else. How?
All right, Blessing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, Peter Nosike, how do you close? Because we do not have time.
Well, just as I started with, appeal court is in a presidential election. Appeal court is the court of first instance. The respondents and the petitioners will still move to the higher court, which is Supreme Court. So, if the verdict comes that PDP and the Labour Party were unable to prove their case, they will still go to the Supreme Court. And if the verdict comes that the election had been annulled or that there will be a rerun, APC will still go to the Supreme Court.
All right.
So the journey is not ending today. And again, for Asari, DSS know that they are not being fair. DSS know that they are no more having the interest of this country. If what Asari is doing and is not being arrested, is not being called to order, 2 days ago, they arrested one broadcaster in Owerri that he was criticizing the government. Then somebody who is threatening an ethnic group of wiping them all off, threatening, raising a militia, brandishing AK-47 in a viral video, and nobody is talking, threatening even the governor of his state, Fubara, that if he does anyhow, he will see anyhow, and DSS is there. So what the evil that they're supporting today, the evil that they're encouraging today, if it doesn't consume them, it will consume their children and grandchildren.
All right, let's quickly go to the WhatsApp and take a few messages. Good evening, Bibi. Your guest, Mr. Peter Nosike. He's a very good analyst, very vibrant, well-informed. The hardship Nigerians are passing through now is unbearable. Yet the so-called activists are not saying anything. Nigerians are hungry, can't buy fuel, can't move around anymore. Where are the Save Nigeria group, the likes of Bakari and co? We hope the judiciary will do the right thing at the presidential tribunal. Mr. Peter Nosike has said it all. Francis from Agor Palace Way. Okay, no obedience should accept any apologies. Only thing we needed is our mandate. Then apologies can follow later. We are already at the court. Okay. This one is saying Mr. Nosike is truly a good man. God will bless him for speaking out the truth about this country and politicians who are jeopardizing this country and making masses suffer. Ikechukwu from Iba Estate. Okay. This is too long. All right. That's all we can take. That is actually all we can take. I want to thank all of you listeners, including Nemeka, Edu, Ben, Chikwado, Victor, Nyekachi, Frank, Thank God, Mike, Monday, Ichio, Shimiliata, Ambassador Musba, Blessing, and a host of others I did not mention. Thank you all for calling in and joining the program. Do well to catch us next Saturday at 4 p.m. as we bring another exciting recap of the major issues your way. My name is Biblas Chidi. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media handles on Facebook at Biblas Chidi and on Instagram, BB_Biblas. Until then, do have a beautiful weekend.